Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the CraftStash Friday Live. We've got an exciting launch for you again today. We had loads of launches last week. This week has been a little bit calmer, hasn't it? We actually, unfortunately, did have to cancel our midweek live this week, but that's going to happen next week, so don't worry about that. Today, we are looking at Card Making Magic, a beautiful new collection called Butterflies and Lace, which is literally just sort of everything I think about when I think about Card Making Magic and Christina Griffiths. We're going to go and say hello to Christina in just a moment. Hello to Lynn. I think you're one of the first in with the comments. How are you? And everybody, just let me know how you are in the comments. If you drop me a comment, then you're automatically entered into, I'd say a competition, but it's not really a competition. It's just a hat. And at the end, I'll pick a winner to win a selection of these goodies. We're actually giving away over £100 worth of product. Now, that's going to be, half of that is going to one lucky winner at the end of this live, watching on Facebook at lunchtime. And then this evening, this video is going to be played out again on YouTube. And if you comment on the YouTube post as well, you'll then be able to be entered as well. And I'll go pick that on, it's Bank Holiday Monday, so I'll go pick that on Tuesday. So whichever platform you're watching on today, you can enter simply by commenting, and by all means, comment on both. Nothing in particular. Maybe what are you doing this weekend? Are you doing anything for the coronation? Are you completely just hiding away in your craft room? Whatever it is, there's no right or wrong. What are you doing? I can see comments coming in. Hello to Vicky. Hello to Christine as well. I'll scroll up and have a look at those in a moment. Should we go over and see the main lady herself? Because she's waiting very patiently in the wings. She was last when I say something like that. How are you, Christina?
I'm very well, thanks, Lou. And you?
Yeah, very, very well, thank you. It's lovely to see you. It seems like it's been a while. When was the last launch?
Oh, it was a good few weeks ago.
It was. It was.
Yeah.
And we've been very, very busy in the meantime, haven't
Yes.
we? Absolutely. So, everybody okay at home? Cat and dog happy?
Cat and dogs are fine, yeah.
Lovely.
I've put a blog post on to go live on Saturday, tomorrow, about a Ruby and Ella update.
Oh, fabulous, fabulous. You know what? I really should ask that before we come live and then ask you live, shouldn't I? Just to check they're all okay. But I'm glad they are. I'm glad they are. I know Ruby was a little bit poorly, wasn't she, a little while ago? So
She's got Cushing's disease,
Oh,
so she's on medication for life.
Oh, but she's doing well.
She's responding to the treatment, yeah.
Fabulous. Amazing. That's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
So this collection, Christina, Butterflies and Lace, it's very you, isn't it?
Butterflies are always a useful addition. Everybody seems to like butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't stick a flower on it, stick a butterfly on it. Or both.
Oh, yeah, in your case, probably both, because you've done a lot of collections with flowers already. Now, I'm making the assumption here, is this collection going to work well with your previous other collections?
Yes, it is. It works well with everything. You can add the butterflies to any background, any die cut, excuse me, that you've got, and it'll all work well.
Brilliant, lovely. I'm going to come back and let you go and get a sip of water if you need.
Yeah.
But what I'll do is I'm going to recap the offers and everything. I'm going to play your first demonstration video, and then we'll come back and have a chat, if that's okay, and have a look at some of these cards. I'm going to let you take a drink now, clear your throat, but when we come back, can we have a look at all the product and exactly what we're getting? Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll
lovely.
Just go away and choke quietly in the corner.
Yeah, go do what you need to do, and then we'll be back in a moment. Thanks, Christina. I was going to ask to see the products, but we'll wait. We'll give Christina just a moment. You can see everything online at CraftStash. Just pop along here on the UK site. Just change that .co.uk to .us, and that's going to take you to the US site if you're shopping from overseas. Maybe you're up super early this morning, or maybe you're up really late. Let's say hello to a few people as well. Leslie, hello to you, and Simone. Simone, now, I keep meaning to catch you. Did you say to me a little while ago to drop you a message? Because I forgot, and I apologise. I actually forgot who it was. But I've just seen your name, and you've just reminded me. So if it is, please just drop me a message or let me know, and I promise I will over the weekend message you. Carol Lewis, how are you? Lynn Clifton, Lynn Price, all the Lynns are in today. Elaine Law, she's meeting up with her sisters this weekend, taking all her craft bits to show them, maybe get them interested in take. Do you know what? I don't think there's many people who you can show craft items to and not get interested for a little while at least. whether it's children, older people, they just love it. I'm going to take some craft items into my dad's care home soon and see if any of them want to have a play. So if anyone's got any suggestions on good ideas for that, simple things they can do, please do let me know. Hello to Carla as well. Lots of regular names. Zara, says it's her birthday on Sunday, so she'll be celebrating with friends over the weekend. Well, happy birthday to you. Coronation to celebrate at the same time. What weekend it's going to be for you. Exhausting but exciting, I'm sure. Elizabeth, hello to you as well. Lots of it. If I've missed any of you, I apologise, but hello to everyone. So like I say, there is a chance to win a bundle, and that's by simply commenting. That's all you need to do. We're going to have a look at this collection in a little. Just see the first demonstration. Christina will be showing everything anyway during her video and showing you a demonstration, but look at these. Look, they are absolutely stunning. This is the kind of thing we're looking at. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. You know how much I love teal? Teal and gold are stunning. They are beautiful, aren't they? Okay, let's see what Christina's got for us first of all, and then we'll come back and see all the product in detail and have another chat with Christina.
Hi everybody, it's Christina and thank you for joining me. So today I'm here with the Butterflies and Lace collection, and in this you will get 4 stencils. There are 2 in each pack. You will get 2 embossing folders, and there are 3 beautiful die sets. One is an A6 panel die set, the other one is an A6 card front, and this is in 3 pieces. And this one is a beautiful 10-piece die set that will keep the butterflies either in the card or out of it. So those are the choices that you have for this new collection. And over the next few videos I'm going to go through them bit by bit and show you what you can do with each of them. Now for this video I'm going to start with the A6 card front, and this is the die set that's in 3 pieces. So you have the solid piece, you have the inner part, and this is the top layer. So for my card I want to do it in shades of lilac and purple, and I want 3 complementary colours. So I've taken Villainous Potion, Wilted Violet and Victorian Velvet. And what I'm going to do is take some plain white card, and I'm just going to use the straight from the pad onto the card. So let's just move these out of the way. So all I'm doing is going over the card with the pad, and that's going to soak that in ink. So once you've done that, you will need to leave that on one side to dry completely. But those are my colours now for my panel. Now once that's dry completely, we can move on to the next step. So for the next step you will need some double-sided sticky adhesive sheet, and you will need it to be the size of the plain die. You'll also need some glitter. Now you're going to add this to the coloured side of your card. So we're just going to add that on there, and then we'll pull the other side off. And we'll add this also to the card. Now don't throw away the pieces that are left over. They can always be used on another card. So once you've done that, you're now going to remove this piece, and you're going to cover this with some glitter. Now to make sure that that's stuck down properly, you're going to take the backing sheet that you've just taken off, and you're going to run that through your die cutting machine. Then once you've done that, take your die, place it onto your sheet, and again run that through your die cutting machine. And this is the piece that you will have now ready to add to your cards. Now from the other 2 pieces, you're going to take the middle die for the middle piece, and the top layer you're going to do from the lightest piece. So you're just going to run these both through your die cutting machine. And with this one you will also need this outer edge die to cut that piece out. And once you've done that, that is the piece that you will have. So once you have your 3 pieces cut, you can then start to add them together. So this piece will glue on top of there, and you will need a wet glue on the back of this to make it stick to the glitter card. So that's going to go on there, and this piece can glue to the top. Now make sure that you marry up the antenna on this to the antenna on the one underneath. So before I stick all my layers together, I've taken the Best Wishes, some silver mirror card and some more double-sided adhesive, and I've stuck Best Wishes onto my sheet. So I've got all these layers glued together, and I don't think that shows up enough. So what I've done is, with a piece of vellum, I've cut my base, and then from the silver mirror card I've cut the words, and that's going to sit on the top. And then wrapped around the middle I'm going to add the ribbon and the bow, and then we'll add all that to a base card. So to cover the knot I've added a little pearl centre, and this is now going to be added to the top of a white card that I've cut last, and I've cut it slightly bigger than the base, than the panel, and that's just going to leave a nice frame around the outside. So there's the finished card with its glittery background, and this is just some other ways that you can use it. This is the same panel with gold and white on an embossed background. This is the same panel with an added butterfly on the top, and this one has got pearls down each of the body lines on the butterflies. This one has got gold underneath a foiled panel, and that's got glittery butterflies on the top. So the dies that I've used to create this card are the Butterfly and Lace A6 card front die, and I've used all 3 of the dies to give me the 3 different layers, and I've used inks and glitter to produce my own glitter card. The word on the top is from the Special Words collection, and they're all available at CraftStash. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me on the next one, and why not subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, and you'll always be aware when I add a new video. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.
Wow, that panel really is something else, isn't it? It's absolutely stunning. Now I've got swirly panels, and I've got honeycomb and checkered patterns and all sorts of butterflies. They're gorgeous, and I love that you've got like the shadow, the drop shadow effect with it as well. So thank you to Christina, and not only for creating a card with us, but showing us lots of other examples and lots of other ways it can be used too. Should we go back to Christina now? I think she's stopped choking on air or whatever she was doing.
Yeah, I'm not choking to death anymore.
No, oh bless. Well, that's good. I'm very glad. Would you like to talk us through, I know you did just run through the collection in that video anyway, but I mean, what's the inspiration from that? Obviously butterflies is a huge part of this collection. What's your favourite part? Yeah, and just quickly, briefly run through everything for us.
My favourite part is this one.
Yeah, definitely.
I absolutely love this. This is the one that's in 3 pieces. So that cuts the whole base or whatever you want. That cuts the middle bit. I've not cleaned it out. So
don't worry, we'll forgive you.
You need these 2 together because that won't cut out of the card. That will just stay in the card.
But if you're doing it into the front of a card front, as in straight into the base, could you do that and leave it without the outline anyway?
Yes, you can. You can just use that one.
Brilliant. Lovely.
To cut that out, you'll need the other one, and then you've got this top layer. Now you can, if you want, use that as a base and that as your top, and that's what I've done there. I've just added gilding flakes to the base, and I've just cut the top, so I have not used the middle one on that one at all.
Okay.
But there are different ways that you can use it, and you just need to play with it and experiment. But that is definitely my favourite one. I love that one.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for a panel die, definitely.
Yeah.
So that's going in my
In
stash.
this collection, you have the 3 sets of dies. Now this one cuts into the card or it cuts it out. So what I mean by that, if you look at the dies, you can see where it's got the cutting edge, but if you look in the middle, there is no cutting edge.
Ah,
So that just cuts that into the card, but the wings are free.
brilliant.
If you want to cut it all out, you'll need this big outer die.
Okay.
And that will cut it all out of your card like this.
Just lift that up a little bit for me. Perfect.
There, that's all cut out.
I'm just going to switch back to me and hold up a card, because this is what Christina was just talking about, as you can see there, into the base that she sent me. And that one, it's just beautiful, isn't it? It's so pretty. And of course, you don't need to worry about then gluing it back down onto your card.
Because as you glue the sides down, it keeps the butterfly in place.
Yeah.
And we'll put just a little bit down the body line.
Yeah, of course.
Although there are 5 butterflies in the collection, this one doesn't do the same, but the others all do the same. They're all still attached on the body line.
Gorgeous.
But the wings will be free.
Lovely.
And they've each got an outer die.
Really different. Love that.
So yeah, so you've got quite a lot of different things that you can do with that. Then you've got 2 beautiful embossing folders.
They are stunning.
You can use them as they are. And in one of the videos, I've shown you that you can use the debossed and the embossed side. You can letterpress with them. You can stamp with them. You can do all sorts with them. Colour the folders and then bring the colour into your card.
Gorgeous.
And then these are the stencils. Now they're in a bit of scruffy pack because I've used them quite a lot.
Don't worry, we expect that.
Each of the stencil packs, you get 2 stencils.
Wonderful. And do they coordinate with other things in the collection?
Yes, they do. And I have done a video where I've shown you how they coordinate.
I think that might be...
You have to show all 3 videos, but yes, they do coordinate.
We
so
might have time.
These butterflies here, and they all match this. So it's a layered set, and this is a layered set.
I think it's actually the stencil video next. So is that a good time to now have a look at that?
Yes.
And then we'll come back.
In that one, I've used these.
Okay.
Now, I just took all my stencils out of the pack and used them. So I don't know if I put them back in the right order.
Don't worry.
But you've got the 3 bases there, and then you've got the 3 top layers there.
Gorgeous.
So you need to just match them up, and you can use them and colour them as you want.
Lovely.
You can add the flourishes wherever you want on your card.
Of course.
But you will find that this one, and I think it's this one. No, it's not. It's that one. Actually marry up with the butterflies that are in the embossing folder.
Ah, so you can pick those out.
Emboss them, and then you can colour them. And I've also shown that in the video.
Brilliant. Should we take a look at this video then?
Yeah.
Is that a good time while we're talking about it? Thank you for all your comments.
Use out of these.
Sorry?
You can get a lot of use.
I love because it all coordinates, so definitely.
Yeah.
So everybody, we'll watch that video next. Thank you for all your comments. I can see them all coming through. And if you're commenting straight away, you are in the hat to win a selection of these products anyway. And I will pick a winner at the end of this hour. If you're watching later on YouTube, just to cover myself, I'll be picking that on Tuesday, the winner from there on Tuesday, because it's a bank holiday. So let's see the stencil video from Christine, and then we'll come back and have a chat about, I think we'll have time to watch 3 videos today. So yeah, I think we'll have time. So stay tuned for that and enjoy this one in the meantime.
Hi everybody, it's Christina and thank you for joining me today. So this is the new Butterflies and Lace collection. In the last video we used this set, but in this video now we're going to use this Butterflies and Lace panel. This is the A6 die set. This is also in 3 pieces. So you've got 2 complete dies, plain dies. You can use those as layers or you can use them together as frames. And then you have the panel that will just cut one side of the butterfly wing for you. Now you can cut that and use that on a card as a complete portion, but we're going to use this in a different way. So using all 3 of the dies from the largest one, and this is silver mirror card, I've cut 1 layer. From the second one down, I've cut 2 layers in white. Now into both of these panels I'm going to place this die and I'm going to cut that again, so that I will have 2 panels the same. So once you have these panels cut, you will see then that this one will fit on top of this and leave a small border around each edge. Now each of these wings will pop up, but don't do that yet because we don't need them to pop up yet. On this one we're going to cut off those pop-up wings. So with a craft knife all I'm doing is just following the body line to the wing down, and then I'm going to remove all those from this panel. So once you've removed all those wings, you still have the outline of the right hand side to the wing visible. So what you're going to do now is place this on here onto the other panel, and if you tape that in place it can't move. And then you're going to pick your favourite colours and you're going to just stencil the wing through that panel. So my choice is picked raspberry and a little stencil brush. So I'm just going to load this up with some ink and then I'm going to just stencil over the opening. And I'm going to do that until I've covered all this panel. So once you've done that, you're going to take this stencil off, and this is what you will have left on your panel. Now there's only 3 different sizes of butterflies on there, so it's quite easy to marry them up. So what you need to do is make sure that this stencil is clean and dry. Make sure there's no ink coming off it. And then you're going to choose another colour of ink. You're going to flip this stencil over and you're going to marry it up with the wing that suits that size. And then all you're going to do is ink that in your second colour. And then once you've done that, you're going to move to the next one and you're going to marry that up as well. And you can just follow the lines underneath and you're going to ink that, and then matching each of the wings with the corresponding wing that matches it. Like this is the smaller one, so we'll come there to the smaller leaf, to the smaller wing, and again we'll marry that up with the pattern that's in the card and we'll ink over that. And we're going to do this all the way down this card. Now it is quite easy to marry up this line there with the stencil. So all you need to do is make sure that you can see that line through your stencil and then ink it up to the size of the butterfly wing that you need. And there you have the wing now done on there. So once you've done that, you're going to push all these wings up on these butterflies. Now obviously they won't stay up on their own as yet, but they will when we've finished with the card. Oh, I've missed a butterfly there. So once you have all the wings raised, you're going to add some glue in all the solid pieces, all the solid spaces, and you're going to add that to your silver mirror card, leaving just a small border around the edge. So once you have this stuck to your panel, you're going to take some Dry's clear glue and you're going to place a little blob of glue up near the body line on all of the wings. So you want a good sized blob and just lay that down again, but don't flatten it completely. Just a little blob of glue under there on all the wings, and that will stop them from flattening. And then once it's dried, your wings won't flatten down at all because they've got the glue underneath to stop them from going flat. And this one's been done on some glitter card, so you will need to leave this for a little while to dry. And then I've created a base after I've made the panel, and that is just slightly bigger than the base. Now for this one I've just added it to an A6 size card, and for this one I'm going to add this to a 5x7. So I've backed that onto some pink card. I have a pink layer there, I've embossed a white layer, and on top of that I'm going to add that. So there we've got 3 different sizes of card, all done with the same stencil effect with the butterflies. So once I have these panels stuck in place, I've just decorated the cards up in a different way. For this one I've added 2 self-adhesive turquoise gemstones. For this one I've added pearls to each of the body lines, and for this one I've just added some diamante into the largest of the butterflies that's on the card. But as you can see, the wings have stayed up now because of the glue that's underneath, and that will stop them from flattening. Now all I need to do is decide what sentiments I'm going to add to my cards. So for my cards I've just added in little sentiment banners that have been cut down to size, and they've all been created from the Butterflies and Lace A6 die set panel, and I've used it as a stencil. So you've got 3 different sizes of cards there. You can add these panels to any size that you want. You just need to get your imagination working. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me on the next one, and I'll see you again soon. And please subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, then you'll always be aware when I add a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.
Isn't that beautiful? And again, Christina's shown us more than one way to use that. I mean that die is amazing, and the way that she sort of flipped it and did the other side of the bottle, I just think it's brilliant. Anyway, really clever, very well done, Christina. It's beautiful. I didn't actually have an example. I was looking through the cards that I've got here, and I thought, oh, I haven't got one like that. So hopefully you've got one you can show us anyway. But thank you for everybody for your comments. I can see them all coming in. Lots of lovely comments talking about butterflies, talking about moths as well. But yeah, I've been chatting in there too. We have got another video, so stay tuned for that. Just to let you know as well, if you are looking at this bundle, so I think it's the, is it the embossing folders, Christina, that, or it'll be the stencils that are $5.99, isn't it? The lower price item of the whole collection. So if you've got a really small budget but you want to allow yourself a little treat, you can go as low as $5.99. But if you are going to top up your basket to over £30, then of course you qualify for free UK delivery. If you go over £40, you can spread those payments over ClearPay. But as always, if you are a VIP member, and I know so many of you watching and commenting today, I recognise so many names who've said before they are VIPs, you're all going to be saving 10% regardless. So the last thing to mention, I didn't actually put it on here because I wanted to make sure that you were all commenting to win, is that if you are purchasing the bundle today, and that's everything in the collection, you're going to be saving yourself £12 on buying everything individually. So if you're thinking you might get a few items now and then a few items in a week or two, it might be worth just sort of seeing if you can stretch now or waiting a week or two and buy it when you get as a bundle. You get £12 off. It's, you know, there's a lot of adhesive and cardstock you can buy for £12. Okay, so we're going to come back to Christina and just say hello to you. You're still there.
I'm still here.
Sing very quietly.
Somebody's asked what size is the embossing folder,
yes.
and they're both A6s.
Lovely. So that will go with your A6 collection.
I think it's about 4 1/4 by 6, something like that. So those are the two folders. So
they'll go through most machines on the market, won't they? Most decent sized die cutting machines.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
lovely. Yeah. I have to apologise. There were a few rumbles of thunder while we were watching that last video.
It, yes.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
I know. I think it was Lisa said in Norfolk, it's very stormy up there, and I think a lot of the UK have had storms today. So how's the weather for you, Christina? It looked like it's
been quite nice here so far. It was lovely this morning. Ruby and I were out early walking in the park, but it has forecast rain.
Yeah, I think the weekend's a bit of a washout for the coronation, unfortunately, but hopefully indoor parties will take our attention away from the weather. Lovely. Okay, so we do have one more demonstration, and we've got plenty of time to watch that. Is there anything else you want to show us in the way of cards that are there, Christina, before we look at this video?
Well, I've just done a video on creating your own plaid backgrounds, and so these two cards are created from what was left.
Oh, okay.
And all I've done is add the little butterflies at the bottom.
Beautiful.
I just think they look a little bit different.
And where can we see this video?
That's on my YouTube channel.
Which is?
It's Card Making Magic.
Lovely.
Just put in Christina Griffiths.
You'll find it, yeah.
And you'll find me, yeah.
Perfect.
That was another one that was done using white ink on the embossing folders.
Oh, nice.
Just
do you know
to give
what?
a different look.
What white ink do you use, Christina? This was a conversation from Sam's Live earlier today. What white ink do you prefer?
I use the Hero Arts Unicorn white.
It is, yes. It seems to be favoured.
Sam uses, yeah.
Yes. So we were just saying, we were looking in the comments, trying to find the most opaque white that really stands out. So it's good to get everyone's opinion.
That's the one I prefer anyway.
There we go. Everyone's going to be searching for that now.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, we'll come back and we'll pick a winner after this video, and we'll have a nice goodbye to you then. So hang around, watch the video, and we'll see you soon.
Hi everybody, it's Christina, and thank you for joining me. So today we're here with the Butterflies and Lace collection, and this time we're going to use the 2 embossing folders and 1 pack of the stencils. Now each of the stencils has 2 in it. So we're going to make some really pretty cards with these. So using up scraps of card that I have left over, I'm going to take each of the folders and run these through my die cutting machine. So there are all my panels embossed, and you will be able to see that there is an embossed side and a debossed side. So you have 2 different choices there that you can make your cards look. So let's start off with one of the debossed sides, and we're going to fill these butterflies with some glue. So once that's full of glue, you're going to sprinkle that with some glitter. Now I'm not going to do all 3, but you will do the 3 the same. So now you'll sprinkle that with some glitter, tap off the excess, and just allow that now to dry. So there's your sparkly butterfly, and once that's dry you can dust off the excess with a soft brush. So carry on and do the other two. So there we have the deboss side. Now the deboss side will push into the card. The embossed side will raise it. So although you've got your pattern on a different side, it doesn't really matter. You've still got the glittery effect on the card. Now for this one, which is the embossed side, we're going to take some white ink. And I'm just using a little brayer. And all I'm going to do is just roll it over all this raised area. Now once that's trimmed off and it's dried, that will look really pretty. So there's the embossed side and the debossed side of one panel. Now let's use some white card and go on to the next one. And for this one we're going to use one of the stencils. We're going to use two of the stencils, so we're going to use these. Now what we need to do is fit these around the butterflies that are on that card, and then we're going to just colour it in. So there's one fitted around there, and we'll colour this in. So I think we'll use a turquoise for this. So once we've done one, we need to move the stencil to another area and find the corresponding butterfly that covers that, and we'll do the same colour with this one. And then we'll move on and do the next one. So once you've used this stencil, bring in the next one, and again find the corresponding butterflies and go over that now, and I'm going to use a darker ink. And you can see through the stencil to get onto the wings. So once you've done one, you're going to move on and do the others. So we'll add this to this one, and again we'll add the darker ink in. And then we'll do the last one, and we'll add the darker ink into this. So there's my butterflies now on my raised embossed area, and they're all inked and ready now to be added to a card. So again, I've done the debossed side as well as the embossed side, and I've used the same two stencils for my pattern. So using the different pattern to the embossing folder, I'm just going to go over these with some white ink. So we'll just lightly go over these with some white ink. Now we're going to trim this out, just the same as we've done this one, and this will be added to the front of the card. So there we have some panels ready made now for cards. For this one, I've just used some colour core card. So once that's been embossed, I've just gone over it with a sanding tool, and that's just taking the red off the top to leave the white exposed. This one, I've gone over it with the white ink. So I'm going to add all of these cards now to A6 card bases, and I'll add different panels in the back just to brighten them up. So we'll add a navy blue one there, and we'll add that to that card. For this one, we'll just pop that on there. This one is going to have this underneath. This one will have the silver card underneath, and I've not decided what I'm going to do with those two yet. So let's get busy and put these cards all together. So for this one I've added it to my navy blue panel. I've wrapped some baker's twine around it. I have foam pads on the back, and I'm just going to add this now to my card. So for this card I'm going to back this onto some glitter card, but before I add this to my base I've taken the word thank you out of the middle, and that's going to sit on the front. So we'll add that there, and we'll add the word thank you to the top. Now this one I've added to the silver card, and this one I'm going to add with some foam underneath it, and I'm going to add this to the top of this designer paper, and that will sit along there. Now before I add this to the card I'm going to wrap it with some more baker's twine. So these are the two that are wrapped with baker's twine, and to the top of each of them I'm going to just glue in a little dazzler, little fancy piece. So for this card I've taken the stitched die from the A6 card and box die set, and I've taken the scalloped edge and trimmed that out, and they're going to be added to my card along there. So before I add this to my card I'm also going to add in some ribbon. So I have a piece going across the top, and I'll have a piece going around the edge there. Now from one of these glittered panels I've cut the butterflies out, and I'm going to add them to this white panel. I've just bent the wings up slightly. I'm going to glue them in place on the body lines, and then all of these then need sentiments in them. So there's all my cards dressed up. Now just to add a little bit more, I've added some gemstones into the body line of the butterflies. Now if you're going to add it to the glitter card you will need to put a little spot of hot glue. And that will just keep those in place, because otherwise they won't stick to the glitter card. So just a little thin bead of hot glue, add them in place, trim them off and make sure that they're stuck. Now if you can just, I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but there is a trail of hot glue strings. Now see if I can show you. Can you just see them here? So all you need to do to get rid of them is take your hot tool, your heat gun, and just give it a quick blast. That gets rid of all the glue strings that are attached to your cards. So there's my morning's work. I've now got 10 cards that are all A6 size. I admit they're no different sizes, but they're all differently done. Some have got the debossed side done with glitter, some have got the raised side, the embossed side done with white ink. I've used the two different panels, I've used the stencils, and you can always add the butterflies from the die sets if you wanted to add more to your cards. It's entirely up to you. So the items that I've used for these cards have been the stencils, and the embossing folders from the Butterflies and Lace collection, and the words are from the Special Words collection. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me on the next one. And why not subscribe to my channel? Click the notification bell, then you'll always be aware when I add a new video. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.
Absolutely stunning. So many techniques squeezed into one 10-minute video. It's amazing, isn't it? How much did you learn? It's kind of like one of those game show things, like how many times do they say the word? It's like, how many times is Christina going to send you a new technique today to try? But yeah, lots and lots in there. Christina, I'm going to come back to you because I can see you sitting there. How are you?
Hello.
You good? You good? You still there?
Somebody's asked what would be an alternative if they don't like glitter, and as I showed earlier on, gilding flakes
Oh yes.
are
Yes.
always handy, or embossing powders.
I have to say, you have the biggest tub of glitter I've ever seen.
I do, and I once dropped it on the floor.
No. Oh, that's the worst.
Another thing somebody suggested is making a few of these and putting them in a box.
Yeah.
So what I've done is, for everyone, and this is a shameless plug for the flat-fronted A6 envelope
Oh, not shameless at all. Go for it.
die, I've made all my own envelopes to match my cards. They each fit inside. You can get 6 of these in a box, and they would be beautiful with happy birthday on them, or whatever sentiment you wanted to put on, to give to somebody as a gift.
Perfect. Little notelets there. They're lovely, aren't they?
Yeah.
Brilliant. So, yeah, so that's the A6 collection, isn't it, that was launched? That was the last one launched, wasn't it?
Yes, I think it was, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we lose track, don't we?
We do. There's, yeah,
We
we
lose track.
do.
That's a
But
lovely
yes,
idea.
it's such a handy die to have. And as I said, I've made, well, I'll show you. I've made all these envelopes.
Oh, they're pretty.
And these will go with every one of the cards that I've made.
Wow.
There we go. Look, there's another one.
Gorgeous.
And all I've
They've-
done is put a little strip of double-sided tape along the top.
Absolutely.
So that when somebody gets it and they want to send it, all they have to do is take that top off and glue it down. But like I say, you'll get 6 of those in a box, and they're such a nice gift
Fabulous.
to give to somebody.
And do you know what? There's something really special about having envelopes that are colour coordinated to your project, isn't it?
Yes.
You can't buy them very easily, and if you do, you have to buy a pack of sort of 10 or 20, don't you? And you only sometimes want one.
Yeah, I bought some and I had to buy a pack of 50.
Wow.
And of course, there's colours in that I haven't used.
No. Well,
But to
fabulous
make rows is a
idea.
lot easier.
I'm glad you showed us that. I love to see how collections that, I mean, some people are saying here, so Lynn says she's got the A6 collection, for example. Yeah, so Lynn now knows that if she purchases items from this collection, they're going to work together. So
Yes.
it's not a shameless plug. It is informative, Christina.
It's important because
It is.
you might make a card and you know, there's no colour there that will match an envelope that I've got. So the
No.
best thing to do is just make my own.
Absolutely. And you can also
Create
make
my
them,
own to go with it.
you can make them a little sturdier as well, can't you, for posting? Because
Yeah,
you're doing
this
some
is, I
cardstock.
think this is a 135 GSM paper. But
Lovely.
even that was really I can't say cheap because it's not cheap. It was inexpensive.
Absolutely. It's budget friendly.
Yes.
So we've had some wonderful comments today about your demonstrations, lots of people learning things, so many techniques to take away and play with, and everyone is loving the collection as well.
Thanks to everybody for watching.
No, I mean, we're grateful to you, Christina. So I'm just going to pick a winner at random very quickly to win. I think there's 3 items from the collection that's going to be coming out, and they're worth just over £50 in total. So Lucy Lockett, I'm sure that's possibly not her real name, but it may be Lucy Lockett. If you're still watching, congratulations to you. You've won some items from the new collection, Butterflies and Lace from Christina. And just drop customer services an email. So that's customer service at craftstash.co.uk, and let them know when you've won and what you've won, and they'll know. They'll have your name because I'll pop it in a nice big spreadsheet in a moment. So they'll get that out to you. Christina, it's been a wonderful launch again. Can you tell us, just remind us, because I know your blog has a lot of inspiration and a lot of videos on, so can you just remind everybody where to find that?
The blog is Flowers, Ribbons and Pearls.
There we go.
And that's all you need to put into the search bar, and it will come up. I'm also on YouTube, and that is just, if you just put Christina Griffiths in or Card Making Magic in it, that will come up with me.
Fabulous.
I'm in a lot of different places, but
you're even on TikTok.
Don't talk to me about TikTok or Instagram.
No, but you are.
If you put Christina Griffiths in, I'll pop up like a bad penny everywhere.
Brilliant. That's what we want. We want to make sure you're easy to find so we can get the inspiration. Wonderful. Hopefully we'll see you back on CraftStash very, very soon. And have a lovely weekend, whatever you do, Christina.
And you, Lou. And thank you to everybody for joining in. And I hope they enjoy the prizes that they win.
I'm sure Lucy will love them. And there'll be another winner from YouTube that I'll choose later and next week as well. Right, have a lovely weekend, Christina. We'll see you soon.
And you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. There we go. So thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget, you do get your 10% off of everything at CraftStash if you are a VIP member, and that includes this new collection. And if you are watching on YouTube, you can by all means comment, and I'll be picking a winner on Tuesday. And I will reply to your comments so you know that you are the winner and to contact us for your prize. So whatever you're doing, whether you are coronation celebrating or not, whatever the weather does, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Myself and Sam will be back on Saturday. No, we won't. We won't. Sam, don't panic if you're still watching. We'll be back on Wednesday. Saturday's tomorrow. We'll be back on Wednesday. I want to say the 10th. I think it's Wednesday the 10th. Probably 12:30. It's usually the time for our live on CraftStash. We'll be playing with those stencils that we couldn't launch yesterday, unfortunately. But we've also got an additional item, or a lot of items, that we're going to be launching along with the stencils too, plus giveaways. So join us then. Have a lovely weekend, everybody. Take care.